Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw Undyne from Undertale. So I'm going to have her in a standing position holding the spear in one hand and her hand on her hip on the other. So we're going to start at the top of her face with her left eye. Starting from the outside, I'm going to curve in towards the middle. On the end here, I'm just going to turn up just like a little frown line. And from this end here, I'm going to curve down the bottom of her eye and back into the inside. Let's draw her pupil. So under here, I'm just going to draw a really long, elongated oval. Starting from the top, come down to the bottom and then back up to the top. So it's very narrow. In the halfway point here, I'm just going to draw a little slight curve and color the bottom in black, just so it looks like a little highlight on top of the eye. So from here, I'm going to draw a little eye bag, a little curve like this. Let's draw her eyebrow. So from the side here, I'm going to curve up and in, and then come down to the inner part of the eye. And I'm just going to thicken up the top edge of the eyebrow. So just tapering down, so it's thicker at the top, and then on the side here as well, so thickening it up as we get to the top. Let's go over to the right side and draw the same eyebrow. We're not going to draw the eye because she has an eye patch here. So I'm going to start with that curve for a frown line, and curve up to the top, and then come down on the side. And again, we're going to thicken up this upper area like we did up here. So I'm just going to try to even this out by thickening up the outer side, and then coming down so it's a little bit pointier on the ends. Let's draw the eye patch. So I'm going to tuck the eye patch underneath this eyebrow. So on the side here, I'm just going to curve to the side, and then underneath this frown line, I'm going to curve down, and then curve back up. Let's go ahead and color this all in black. From here, let's draw in the mouth. So from here, from left to right, I'm just going to draw a curve. A nice easy curve at the top of the mouth. I'm just going to draw a little bracket on either side. And then we're going to connect the ends with the bottom lip. So coming down the middle, and then back up to the top. And we're going to draw some jagged teeth along here. So on either side, I'm just going to draw a little line coming down. I'm going to color the outside area in black, just to start. And then we're going to do some zigzags going up, go up on the side here. And we're going to do one W shape. So coming up to the top, to the bottom, up in the middle, down, and then back up. So it looks like a little W in between. Let's go to the bottom here and draw the bottom lip. So I'm just going to draw a little curve along the bottom there. Let's go ahead and draw the head. So on either side of the temples, start up here on the left side, I'm just going to curve down towards the chin, like this. I kind of want the chin to be a little bit pointy, and I'm going to basically turn up on the right side, just go up to the temples, like that, and we're going to round out the top of the head. So let's connect this side here to the top of the head, curve back down on the right side. From here, let's draw in the straps for the eye patch. So from here, I want to go out to the side of the head on the left. So a little curve like this in an angle, and we're just going to thicken that up just a little. And on the side here, I'm just going to go straight across and make that a little bit thicker. Let's go ahead and draw in the ears. So these big fins on either side of the head. So starting alongside the eye here on the side, I'm just going to draw a curve going upwards. Down here, I'm going to do the opposite, so curving down, and I'll connect those 2 points with a curve going out. That. Now let's go to the right side and do the same thing. So starting on the inside by the head, curve out, curve down, and then connect those with a curve. Now we're going to do a little bit of detail on the inside of these fins. So we want to do tapered lines. So starting from the tip here, I'm going to curve in and make it thicker as I get towards the head. Do the same thing for the bottom. And then there's 2 more little ridges on the inside. So I'm going to start around here. So I want to divide this into 4 pieces. So right about here, I'm going to curve in. And on the outside bottom, I'll curve in. And then again, I'm going to make this thicker as I come in towards the head. Just like that. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the right. So it starts off thick by the head. It tapers out to a point. Let's go and do the inner parts. So here, curve that way, and up there. Okay, from here let's draw in the ponytail. So we're just going to draw a little short ponytail that just swings around here. So it'll start from the side of the head here and then out to a point here. So I'm going to start on the tip of the ponytail, just because I'm right-handed and it's easier to go from left to right. And then from this tip, I'm going to curve in, and I'm going to go back out just for a little bit of hair separation here, and curve in behind this fin. So it kind of goes in behind there. Let's get into the body. I'm going to start drawing some of that armor. So under the neck here, I'm just going to draw a curve for just the collar area. So on the side of the head, and curve around the chin, and then back up on the right side. From here, I'm just going to step down a little bit and curve out. We'll flare two sides out for the neck collar, and we'll connect those 2 points with a curve that goes down. Comes down, and back up. We're going to do a little trim, so I'm just going to trim this out a little bit. Another curve like that. Let's get into the shoulder pads. So on the bottom here on the left, I'm going to draw a curve out to the tip of the shoulder pad. From here, I'm going to curve in the opposite direction and tuck this in on the top, like that. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the right side. So curving up, make this a little bit longer, and then from the top of the shoulder, curving to that point. Now we're going to make double layers. So what we're going to do on the left side here is I'm going to step down a bit and just draw an angled line like this. So it looks like this top is overlapping the bottom. I'm going to curve around and tuck this in underneath that neck collar. Do the same thing on the right side. So curving around and then just tucking this underneath so there's a nice little overlap going on there. Let's get into the chest plate. So down the middle, I'm going to draw a line coming down. I'm going to connect this point to the left side and the right side of the chest plate. So kind of want to go about halfway along this shoulder pad and just draw a curve going right into that center. And then on the right side, I'll do the same thing. And we're going to just trim this out a little bit so we got a little bit of detail. So going around the bottom edge of both sides, just like this. Now with the hips and the bottom, I just want to give her a little bit of a kick. So I want to have her waistline and a hip going out to the right and then coming back this way, just because she's got her hand on her hips. So from here, I want to draw the hips down to about here. So on this side, I'm going to curve down. So you can see I'm kind of leaning towards the right. On this side, right about here, I'm going to curve down in that same angle. Connect those 2 points with a curve. Goes down for the waist and back up. I'm going to make this a belt, so I'm just going to thicken this up. Another line that goes across this way. And just for a little bit of detail in the tummy, starting underneath this chest plate, I'm going to draw a curve going in the middle. And on this side, I'll do the same thing. Let's get into the hip guards. So from here, again, I'm going to split the middle, just like I did with the chest, coming down this way. So I want the body and the legs coming back this way. So starting in the middle of the belt, come down in an angle. Let's go ahead and draw the sides of the hip plate. So from here, I want to take this point on the hip and curve out and down. On this side, I want to curve out and down. This is going to be a little bit more vertical than this side, just because the body is starting to swing back this way. From here, I'll take those 2 points and curve up into that center line. And then on the right, I will just curve into there as well. Let's draw some lines along the armor. So along here, from left to right, I'm just going to draw a curve going across like this. On this left side, I'm just going to curve and then continue on the right. And then one more final line going across like that. So you can sort of see it sort of continuing on this way. In the middle here, I'm just going to draw a little plate guard. So right about here, I'm going to draw a little curve like this. I'm going to make a little trim, just like I did with the chest area. Now with the legs, she's got some pretty short legs, it looks like. So I have one leg coming down straight. This one's going to come down at an angle. So with this leg, I'm going to start with the thigh first. So starting down here, I'm going to draw a straight line coming down. Let's draw the cuff. So the boot cuff is going to come pretty high. So I'm going to draw the width of the leg. And then from here, I'm just going to tuck this leg in underneath this hip guard. From the ends here, I'm just going to curve out the top of the boot cuff. And then I'm going to curve and connect those 2 points. Now with the ankles, it gets really small and her feet are quite small at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in on either side. Starting on the left, I'm going to curve down. Now here, I'm just going to curve up. This is for the top of the boot. From here, I'm going to draw a straight line right into there. So it looks like the ankle is getting very narrow down here. Now this actually overlaps on top of the shoe. So I'm going to come up here a bit and just curve down the back of the heel. From here, I'm going to curve to the front of the toe. Now again, the feet are going to be quite small. From here, I'm going to connect to this top of that ankle guard. And we'll just draw a little trim from the bottom of the shoe. We'll go over to the left side and draw the same thing. So we're going to tilt this way. So we're going to start with the outer part of the leg, going in an angle. Now we want to make sure we get the thickness and width of the leg same. So I'm going to start by drawing the cuff area of the leg. And then this line is going to go in an angle underneath. Let's go ahead and just do the top cuff of the boot. So 2 curved lines like I did on the right. Trim this out, so connecting those 2 points. Now we're going to come down to the ankle point. So from the front, I'm going to come down in a straight line. On the back, I'm going to curve down. I want to try to get the same height here. And again, just curving and rounding out. And then back here, I'm going to draw the heel. So curving the back heel. And we want to get the feet roughly the same size. So widthwise, and then from the tip, I'll tuck that right underneath there. And we'll trim out the bottom of the shoe. Now you can go ahead and draw in some lines here for some armor. So up here, I'm just going to draw maybe 3 lines going across with a curve, slight curve. Do that same thing on the left side, just like this. Okay. Now let's get into the arm. So this side, I'm going to draw the arm on the hip. So the arm's going to come down this way to the elbow, down this way. So what I'm going to do, because the forearm is actually going to be overlapping on top of the upper arm, I'm going to probably draw the forearm first. So up here, I'm going to draw a curve going towards the elbow. From this point, I'm going to curve down and then back up towards the wrist. Now here I'm going to do an overlap, draw a curve, and then another overlap and curve that right into the hip. From here, let's draw 2 straight lines. So from under here, I'm just going to let the shoulder pad overlap the arm, go straight in to that elbow area, and then right here, I'm just going to draw a straight line in. Then right here, I'm just going to draw a little trim, just like that. So this is a very simple arm, and it looks like she's actually wearing mitts. I don't actually see any fingers in any of the photos of her. So this side, I'm going to have her coming down with the elbow to her hand holding her spear. So we're going to have to probably draw in the hand first because it overlaps on top of everything else. So we're going to start with the back of the fist. So curving like this. From here, I'm going to come down and in and then up. So this is just the front edge of the mitt, that part there. From here, I'm going to draw the thumb, just curving that around like this. Now let's draw in the spear before I draw in the rest of the arm. So right here, just left of that, or just right at that point, I'm going to come straight down. Now it's easiest to pull straight lines towards you rather than pushing away. It's just more natural. So if you want to make straighter lines, just pull the pen towards you. We're going to round this out at the bottom. Now we're going to go back up towards the top of the spear here. Draw the left side first. A little bit wobbly, that's okay. And then pull this one there. And then from here, I'm going to draw the spearhead. So on the left side, go straight up, straight down on the right. Now these two are going to curve to a point. So I'm going to find the center point up here, draw a little dot, curve this to the end there, and then on the right, I'll curve that end as well. Let's go ahead and trim the inner part out, just to give a little bit of detail. That. Now we can finish off this hand. So here, I'm just going to round it out like this. And I'll imagine this curving around the hand and the spear and back up again like that. From here, we're going to go down towards the elbow. So from here, I'm going to draw the upper part of the forearm, round out towards the elbow, like I did here. And then from this point, I want to just draw a straight line to that elbow. Here, let's draw the upper arm, so tucking this underneath that shoulder pad. And then right here, I'm just going to curve up and underneath the body. Like we did on this side here, I'm just going to draw a little detail along the sleeve. And that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Undyne from Undertale. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give us a like, share this with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.